Hi guys, and welcome to Escape Wheel Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be reviewing the Chameri Quartz Dress Watch. This watch was sent to me for free by the watchdives.com store. I don't have to send it back, but you know the deal by now. It's not going to sway my review one way or the other. The current retail price for this watch is only $79, but I've seen it sitting at $59 for quite some time, so maybe that's kind of the new normal price, but it is on sale currently, and I think it's a great time to purchase it. The watch comes in two different colorways. You have the whitish cream dial you see here, and then they also offer it in a coral blue. The watch case is made of 316L stainless steel. It has a sapphire crystal, screw-down crown, screw-down case back, 50 meters of claimed water resistance, and it runs the Seiko VH31 sweeping quartz, as you can see there. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. It also ships on a black leather crocodile strap, as you can see here. I've taken it off and put it on this aftermarket strap just because I think it's a lot nicer. So this watch, when it was released, people thought it was an exact copy of the Escapement Time watch. It looks very similar to this one, and it pretty much is. Very slight differences. I know Gary at I Like Watches, as well as James over at Honest Watch Reviews, both did comparisons to this and the Escapement Time. So if you want to see that, go check out those two channels. I'll be leaving their links down in the description. But yeah, they have really nice in-depth comparisons between the two. But for this channel, I'm just going to focus on the watch and review it and tell you what I think about it. So so I say let's get right to it. Before we do, my wrist check for the day. This is the San Martin Watch Dives collaboration. This is a limited edition, applied indices, NH35 snowflake hands. This thing is great, absolutely great. I absolutely love it. It will be coming to the channel pretty soon. I think I'm going to review a couple other pieces before that one, but let's get right to the dimensions. So the diameter is just under 40 millimeters. We have a thickness right at 10 millimeters, got a 20 millimeter lug width, and a overall lug to lug of 46 millimeters. So it's got really nice dimensions, I think. Especially the thickness, really nice and thin, which is a definite bonus. And I think it wears great on me. If you have like a 7-inch wrist or above, I think this is the model to get. Anything below that, I think you should really consider the Escapement Time 36 millimeter one. Because I think quality-wise, they're identical. I see no difference in quality, and the quality is pretty good, and we'll talk about that throughout the review. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. I'm going to go outside right now and throw this on the wrist for you. And here we are on my 7.5-inch wrist, and as you can see, I think this one works really good. The 36 millimeter Escapement Time was just too small, so this one is perfect for, I would say, like 7-inch or bigger. It works really, really good. Very, very comfortable. You can see my camera is having trouble focusing because there's just so much reflections going on. But I think it does look really, really good. There's the down the wrist shot for you. It is a little bit flat, but I think it's still very comfortable and lightweight. And it's great. I love the light play off of the indices as well, especially underneath the shade of this tree. It looks really, really good. Very happy with it. And out in some direct sunlight, you can kind of see that creamy dial showing its face a little bit. And I do think it looks really good. No anti-reflective coating, but I don't really miss it too much on this thing. I think it's still plenty legible, and I think it looks really good. What do you guys think? I'm going to go throw it on some more straps. And here we are on a 2-stitch leather strap. That's what it's listed as down below off of AliExpress. Again, it's like $4 or $5 on Ali, and it's a pretty decent strap. Pretty comfortable. I think it looks pretty good on this one. Kind of gives the creamy dial a little bit more color, and looks good. What do you guys think? I got a few more straps though. All right, time to put on the sunglasses. Getting out the Milanese strap with the polished case, direct sunlight. There you go. In case you didn't think the all polished case was enough bling, there's an option for you. What do you guys think? I think it looks all right. And here we are on a black Perlon strap. I think this one works really good on it. One layer underneath the watch there. It's sitting nice, comfortable, and I like the extra texture, and I think it's a very casual watch without being a NATO. So I do think it looks really good. What do you guys think? And lastly, here we are on a dark blue NATO strap, and you can see I think it looks pretty good. even down the wrist with 2 layers underneath, it still looks pretty good. I think the spring bar placement is right out towards the ends, so it does give a little bit of a odd look to it, I think, these pass-through straps. But otherwise, I think it looks all right. Obviously very light, very comfortable, and very casual. What do you guys think? Let's go back inside though, and we'll get back to the review. Okay, so let's talk about the case finishing. So case finishing on this, it's super simple, nicely done. It is a almost completely polished case, as you can see here. Really nicely done. I see no real issues with the polishing. There's none of those like peaks and valleys or anything. Really nicely done, polished on the sides here. You have a unsigned polished crown right there. And I think it just looks really good. They did a good job on it. Again, it's nothing fancy, but really nicely executed. You can see right on the lug tips here, the ends of the lugs there, it is brushed. And then you've got this little tiny section of brushing on the top of the lugs here. But that's pretty much it. You do have brushing in between the lugs. Let's see if you can see it. But yeah, brushing in between the lugs there. Flipping it over, you have a screw down case back, just your typical notches here to get a tool in there. Signed with the Chameri logo there, circular brushing. I mean, it's a fine case back. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, nothing fancy, but at this price point, you really can't expect anything fancy. Underside of the lugs here, fully polished, and everything is, really nicely rounded off. This is a very, very comfortable watch, probably because it is rounded off nicely, but also because it's just so light. All right, let's check for sapphire here real quick. No doubts, yep, sapphire crystal. So it is just a simple flat sapphire crystal. It does sit ever so slightly above the bezel there, and you can see there's just a little chamfer around the corner there, so nothing fancy. There's no inner reflective coating, but I haven't really missed it too much, I don't think, and I think it looks good for the price. It's exactly what I expected, and I am completely fine with it. So let's talk about the dial on this thing. So the dial is really, really nice. Very nice polishing on those indices, as you can see. I mean, they just catch the light really nicely. Same with the hands. I mean, just beautifully done. Really, really sharp finishing on those hands. Very happy with it. As you can see, the seconds hand is blued. It's actually heat blued, so that's nice to see. And it looks great. I think the hand sizes are perfect. I see no issues with the hand sizes. I see no issues with the alignment of the hands. You have your Chameri text at the 12 o'clock. You have quartz at the 6 o'clock. Pretty nice font, I think. I actually do prefer this branding over the Escapement Time, so that's another point for this one in my opinion. I do have one quality control issue with this, and that is the 12 o'clock index. I'm not sure if it's showing up for you guys, but it is definitely slanted just a little bit to the left. So yeah, other than that though, I think everything else is pretty nicely done, and I'm just really happy with the indices and the hands on this thing, just as I was with the Escapement Time. I think they look absolutely fantastic. As for the lume, there's obviously none, so I'm not going to bore you with a black screen. This thing looks great though. Very happy with the dial on this thing, and I think the color on the dial is showing up pretty good here. You can see it against my white gloves. It is kind of a creamy color. It's very light cream, definitely pretty close to white. I think it looks great, especially with these brown straps. It really brings out that cream dial, and I think it looks really, really good. Very happy with it. All right, so let's talk about the movement. So the movement is a Seiko VH31 quartz movement. So it is quartz, but as you can see, you've got 4 ticks per second of the second hand, which is always nice. You don't have to worry about it not hitting those ticks right on. That kind of bothers me. But yeah, I've had this movement in quite a few watches. It's always been accurate. It's always been reliable. I haven't had it for very long, but I believe it's a 2-year battery life on it. Yeah, I'm really happy with the movements on these things. They operate really good. They're no date movements, so you don't have a ghost date position or anything. And yeah, they allow you to keep the cost down and keep the thickness down. I think they're great. I want to see a lot more companies using these VH31s. I think they're excellent. As for the operation of the movement, it's operated by a 3 o'clock screw down crown here. The screw in, screw out action of that crown, very, very satisfying. You just pop it out to the time setting position, and then you set the time. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's very simple, very satisfying to use. I've got no problems with it. Again, screw in action, really nice and solid on this thing. All right, so let's talk about the strap on it. So like I mentioned earlier, this is an aftermarket strap. I got this one off AliExpress. It's a distressed brown leather. I'll be leaving the link down below that is listed under the 2-stitch strap. So go check that out. Really cheap straps too, but actually pretty nice. I'm not a big fan of the buckles, but that's beside the point. So we're just going to talk about the strap that came with it. As you can see here, it came on a black crocodile strap. It's got a little bit of sheen to it, but not super shiny and not completely matte either. I think it looks okay. I'm just not a fan of these straps. I never am. I never will be. And this one it's not great. It's one of those straps where you're going to want to swap it out either way. So you might as well just order a strap at the same time you order the watch, and they should arrive pretty close to each other. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of the strap. It does seem okay quality as far as the stitching goes and all that stuff. It was a good length. It seemed to be fairly comfortable, but it's a little stiff right out of the box, and I just haven't worn it enough on this thing to break it in or anything. But the buckle on it is just your typical cheap buckle. It is solid, and it looks like it's stainless steel. It works fine. It's not flopping around or anything, which is nice. It does have a stationary keeper and a floating keeper here. And yeah, I think it's fine. Nothing fancy, but I would definitely swap it out to something nicer. And you can see no quick release or anything like that. So, yep, that's pretty much it on my thoughts on the strap. Just get yourself a new one. So there you go, guys. That's a Chameri VH31 quartz dress watch. I think it looks great. The styling on this thing is excellent. I think you're considering this one, or you're considering the Escapement Time. And honestly, if you're going for a white or a blue, I see no reason not to get the Chameri. I think you're paying an extra $20 for the Escapement Time, and all you're really getting is a signed crown. And I don't think it comes with anything extra that this thing doesn't. So I am very happy with this thing, and I think it's a great option for just one of those quick grab and go dress watches. If you're not dressing up every single day and you just need something quick for a wedding or a nice dinner or something, this is going to be a great option for you. So, and check out watchdives.com. They were kind enough to send me this watch and send me a couple other watches. So I just want to plug their channel. They've got the same price as everybody else does. So go check them out and get it from Watch Dives, because they're great. They're absolutely great. Their customer service is excellent. I think that about covers it, though. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.